Hello, hello. How's everyone going? Let me put my glasses on so I can see what's going on. Hi, Judy. Hi, Lord. Jenna. Hi. Oh, we have a few people on. I didn't expect a lot because it is about 8 a.m. where I am in the UK, and I wasn't sure what time it was in the US, but I know it's pretty early in the morning or late at night. Hi, it's me again, Shah, Dasha, Mega, Jenna, Lord, GD. Who else do we have? May, Arab, Suka. Yay, you passed your license exams. Well done. Disha, Twin Soul, Purely Precious. Hi, Amen. Hi. Oh, we have a few people here. Nice. And Magician's Heart. Ermal, hi. Ami, hi. Let's get started. We've got plenty of people online to go with. Okay, what cards do I want to use today? We're going to use an oracle deck just to bring out some messages. It is pre-full moon. We have the full moon on the 6th or the 7th of October, depending upon where you live in the world, is in Aries. Okay, so let's talk about that. There is some like really, with the Aries moon, there could be, obviously Aries is a fire sign, it's passionate. We can be very passionate about what's going on in our life. Possibly we need to watch our POA, make sure that we're not, hi Emily, hi Sharma, make sure that we're watching the way we speak, the way we act. Don't let things trigger us around the full moon. For some, it may be unavoidable. Trying not to let any outside influence like infiltrate us and make us, you know, we've got to be careful of our decisions, be careful of how we communicate. Okay, let's have a look. I've got some oracle messages which we'll talk about at the end of the collective. Let's start with some Rider-Waite deck cards and see what is here for everyone. I hope that everyone is doing well. Please read the disclaimer, it's in the description box. As you all know, these are general, they may not resonate with everyone. Take what you want and leave the rest. Show me the cards I need to see, please, Spirit. Show me the cards that are relevant to those online right now. And we'll start the live readings shortly. If you'd like to donate, you will be first in the queue. It is $5 US. The link is below. Otherwise, we'll just go forward with the free list. Okay, I don't have a moderator on, so I have my list. Unfortunately, it is not on the chat, but it is from whoever came on first to last. Okay, let's have a look and see what's here for the collective. For now, what you need to know the most, Spirit's advice, focus, potential outcome. Bottom of the deck, thank you. Spirit's saying one more. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have, wow, the Magician. How amazing. So this is, wow, I mean, what do I say with the Magician card? It doesn't come out extremely often in readings. It can come out around full moons, new moons. It can come out when we're like really unsure about which direction to go in. It is the card after the Fool, and the Fool is, I don't like to call it a leap of faith. The Fool card is not about a leap of faith. I know it's not the full card here. Let's see what we got at the bottom of the deck. The full card is is a little bit further from the bottom, but this is about, you know, the Fool is about, you know, having a clean slate, having a complete blank page where we haven't written on anything on it. The Fool is a dreamer, and the Magician is the next card, the action energy, right? Taking that passion, taking that love for something, taking that knowledge, that understanding, that clarity, taking that new opportunity, whatever is coming in. So this is what's coming in for us, some sort of new opportunity, something we're going to be able to grasp. Now this can be something you've thought about or dreamed about for a long time, being after the Fool. The time frame from the Fool to the Magician can be quite quick, or it can be like years in the making. All right, so there's something about you are years in the making, collective, okay, and you are years in the making to appreciate, to be grateful for, and to grasp some sort of new opportunity. So that's what's coming in for you. Main energy, please, Spirit. Main energy surrounding the collective at this time. Main energy. Main energy. Getting clarity on something, that's for sure. Definitely the Hanged Man was in reverse just then. The Sun is here. Wow, that just flipped over. So feeling actually very content with the decision that you're making or that's about to come in. A decision you possibly have been sitting on for a while, a choice that you know you need to bring forward to either yourself or another person, and you know you're happy about the decision that you've made. I feel that for a lot of you, you've really ruminated on this, thought about this for a long time. This isn't something that's just come about. This is something that you've created. This is something that you've possibly manifested. But you know, we can manifest, but a lot of the time we have to take the action, right? We can't just manifest and hopefully things will come in, because necessarily they won't, depending upon you know what our human ego wants and what spirit wants for us. So being very happy, feeling very satisfied, feeling that there's a lot of growth with something or a decision you're making in and around this time. What is hindering or helping? Hi Andrea. What is hindering or helping? The Lovers. So this could be about a relationship. It did come out on the side. So there is like a compromise, or there's something about a relationship here. I do feel it doesn't have to be romantically platonic or family, but this is like a decision that you're making. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie's back. A decision you're making that is really super significant. It does talk about a choice. But the choice is going to be good for everyone involved. It's going to be the right choice. I feel the blockages are going to be cleared, and it's like a new way of conducting a relationship, or say if you're living together and decide not to, but you're still going to be together. It's that type of energy where it's like good for all parties, right? So there's some sort of beautiful compromise coming in. Tell me if this resonates with you on a personal level. That would be great. Let's have a look at your focus in regards to this. What does Spirit want you to focus on? Yeah, a new adventure, excitement. This is also exciting news possibly coming in. Something passionate, could be a person. Page of Swords. When the pages, the knights, the queens, the kings come out, I keep pulling until I get a major or a minor, so we get more information. Focus. Get curious. Spirit's asking, you know, if you've got something within you that you feel passionate about doing, or going towards a person, or looking for a new job, or whatever it is, the outcome is really happy with the Sun being here. And it's time to get really curious now and get interested in what is around you. It's very spatial awareness energy. Hi, Stuti. Hi, New Love. Got a few people on. I'm really happy about that. It's nice to have a big crowd online. One more card here. One more card on this. Yeah, too many. One more card, please, Spirit, for this focus. Thank you. Yeah, justice. Whatever you're doing, like I said, it's going to be the right thing to do for all parties involved. And it feels good, okay? It feels right. It feels just. It feels balanced. It feels equal, okay? And it's exciting. So whatever is here, Spirit saying, just keep focusing on it. Whatever you're doing, be balanced in your energy, get grounded. You know you're doing the right thing by whatever this choice is. It's going to make you and everyone else happy. And it's exciting. It's like a new lease on life. Could be a new lease on a relationship too. Okay. Yeah, look at that. 6 of Pentacles. Very justice energy there. What is Spirit asking you? Let's look at advice, okay? Spirit's advice. Okay, the Devil, yeah. So we don't have to explain this card too much. This is Capricorn energy. This is like a final break of a chain. This can also be like knowing your shadow self, being very aware of your shadow energy, and, you know, knowing what's good and what's bad. There's also some sort of lust type or the need for intimacy here, and Spirit's saying to source that out, whether this be in a project or with a person. Okay, it doesn't always have to be bad energy, the devil. This is Spirit's advice. Attach yourself to things that you are passionate about, and it's something or someone is part of your soul path. So there's a soul journey you're going on here, which is exciting, it's new, it's the right thing to do. It involves choice, compromise, and you're creating. The most important thing is you're creating here. You're creating something that you can really get attached to. For me, it's after my trip, I'm going to start healthy eating again, because I've been on the pork pies and Yorkshire puddings in England. But this is like, yep, when I go back, I'm going to stop all that. I'm going to add going to the gym, because I've plateaued in my weight. And, you know, that's, you know, it's being like very attached to a choice. Okay, it doesn't have to be a bad one. It just means like you're dogmatically in a way attached to something. And because the Six of Cups is here, it's like, yep, this is the next step in your soul path to create this new attachment. Could be to a person too. Let's have a look at what you need to know the most. What do you need to know the most? We have the Nine of Wands. One more card, please. You may be, or someone else may be guarded about a choice that you make. It's going to make you happy, and ultimately it's going to make everyone else involved. It's going to be beneficial to everyone. But there may be someone who's like, I feel it's someone else's energy, like, why are you doing this? This is not the right choice. It's really important to know and be aware of what your higher self needs at this time. Okay, yeah, and avoid any conflict or drama with others. If someone is guarded in their energy, it's like, how is this going to affect me, sort of thing. How is it pulling back your energy? So if you're detaching your energy from someone, but you're like, no, you know, you can't live with me anymore, it's better if you moved out, but we're still together, I need my own space, I need my own time to figure out what I want in my life. That other person may be super guarded and feel like a victim, and this is what you need to know the most. I mean, this may come up, but it's important to still detach your energy, because you need to put yourself first. I mean, ultimately everyone involved is going to be happy and it's going to end up fine, but there's another energy around you that may be like feeling a little bit poor me energy. Okay, so just be aware of that, but it doesn't mean to say it has to affect your energy. One more card. One more, please. 10 of Wands. Yeah, something may become like really difficult to sort of carry. And after a 10, I like to see an ace or a major. Yeah, Page of Wands, that's fine, because that is like an Ace of Wands, right? That's going on a new adventure. There's a lot of excitement coming up here, right? There's a release of worry too, with the Nine of Swords in the reverse. And it could be surrounding a home. But intuitively, with the High Priestess being here, you know what needs to be done. I would say to do it, because it's going to be beneficial. Let's start the readings. The first person is Mega. How did my ghost hunting go? It was, okay, so you saw my short about 30 East Drive. I will put some photos up on. I took one video where we had some movement and we had some noise, but it was like a group of 10 people. So it was a little disappointing how they took too many people on the group at once. And there was just like, it was hard to decipher the noises and the movement depending upon where you were in the house and where everyone else was. So it was a disappointing in that way. I will write a review suggesting a much smaller group for them, but you know, I don't want to say these people do things to make money, but I mean, you know, it seemed a little bit like that. It was very well orchestrated and very well led by the man that was holding the session and the group. It was a very long investigation. I didn't feel that the house really at 30 East Drive really had or harboured anything, and when I was there, like evil or menacing. I got quite some interesting things on my spirit talker though. And I think that the spirits there really wanted to like leave me alone. I was heavily protected, and they kept saying things in my spirit talker like, you are powerful, and all this stuff. And I was like, hell yes, I am. So stay away. A few people were getting their hair pulled and touched and things like that. I did feel like my pants get touched and my jacket at one point, but it wasn't anything like crazy. Does that make sense? Okay. But I'm definitely glad I went, and I would definitely do it again. As long as there wasn't like 10 people there. That's hard, like that's hard to sort of like tell people to be quiet. There's a couple of girls being a bit rowdy, and I was just like, we've paid money to come here and it's just not really fair. But anyway, it was good. Okay, the first person on the list is Mega. Then we have Dasha, Shah, It's Me Again, Jenna, Lord, GD, Mayrab, Sukha, Desha, Twin Soul, Purely Precious, Amen, Magician's Heart, Ermel, Ami, Emily, Sharma. There's quite a lot of people on the list. Jamie's here, of course, New Love. We'll start with Mega. And if everyone else can just lay off writing questions, that would be great. Or talking to each other, that's not a problem. But please don't ask me questions when I'm reading for someone else. Let's have a look. Recent past for Mega with the boyfriend. If you want to donate, you can do so. You will be next. Mega. I'm hearing merry-go-round or roundabout. So maybe something feels like it's going round and round, or there's something that you both can't see eye to eye on, or there's not a compromise, or there's no equality in a particular subject or situation. I don't feel it's like everything going on in your relationship, but there's something that you're stuck on. It's okay, Mega, to agree to disagree. Sometimes we can't always have the same opinions, or we'd always be the same. We'd all be the same and life would be boring. So there's something here. Mayrab, you are on the list, Mayrab. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands. So Nine of Wands, it can be upcoming energy where the decision needs to be made. You need to take the emotion out of a situation. There could also be an apology coming in from you to him or him to you. You can talk to me, Mega, if I'm reading for you, okay? Thank you, Jamie. Let's have a look. Main energy for you and your partner. We have the Judgment card, okay? Judgment energy. It's time someone stepped forward, I want to say, and stood up to the plate, or, you know, there's an emotional dissatisfaction with you, probably. This came out in the reverse, and as you know, the Nine of Cups is about emotional fulfillment. There's something that's not like completely fulfilling you, and it's possibly, it could be on a physical level, emotional, mental, like the connection in general. But Spirit's saying it's time that you spoke out with the Judgment in the upright. It's time that you voice this. You know, if you want some sort of rebirth in the relationship, it's time to express where you're emotionally feeling discontent. But before you do that, it's important to obviously look at your shadow side, right? Let's have a look. And, you know, be honest with yourself. The Chariot. Spirit is trying to push this relationship into the next level and move it forward in a positive direction. This came out in the upright, which is nice. Two of Wands. Yeah, you definitely have to see things from all sides. Or, you know, this is, again, about compromise. Or this is about seeing things from his opinion and, you know, him seeing it from yours, and then making a decision together if this is to move forward. What else do we have? Storyline going on here, I think. Yeah, Temperance. There needs to be some patience with something. This is the Patience card, the Divine Timing card. I feel it's time for you to communicate your feelings, but then it may come with compromise and discussion, so you can both get emotionally balanced and on the same page. Like, what is it that you want? Yeah, what is your intuition telling you as well? I think you, at an intuitive level, like, you know, there needs to be some sort of detachment. We've got the Devil and the Justice card showing up both in the upright. So that you may feel that there's some sort of unfairness. I'm getting this as well. There needs to be a bit more spice in your intimate life, and more connection, because the Justice is about connections, good connections, fair connections. The Devil is also about connections. The Devil can talk about detachment, or feeling on an intuitive level that there is a need to detach your energy. This does not mean playing games. This means, like, you know, not being available, learning how to say no. That Seven of Wands energy, standing up for yourself, setting boundaries. But there is some sort of need to spice things up, I want to say. Spice things up. Why is the Devil and the Justice card come out together? There is a strong chemistry. There's a strong attraction. But there's something about, like, something is giving you an intuitive nudge, telling you that something definitely has to change. Something needs to be more balanced. There needs to be more fairness. Capricorn, Libra, Pisces, Cancer, Sagittarius. Yeah, right now you don't feel that you have the strength to sort of, like, possibly go forward with that judgment, to say, I'm not emotionally satisfied, something needs to change. And on a mature level, if you can both, like, sit and talk about what you're feeling. Okay, because you're not feeling like you're strong enough to keep going forward the way it's been going, because you're like, what? Okay, so Spirit's sort of saying you need to communicate what you want your ultimate outcome to be. Now, sometimes we can tell ourselves we want to get married and we want to have children, we want to have family, but we might be with the wrong person. Okay, I'm not saying you're not with the right person. What I'm saying is there's some sort of, like, real emotional balance required. Even though this is air energy, there's a lot of water in this card. There's a lot of, you know, you've put a lot of hard work into this relationship, and it's time to get something back out of it that's going to nurture you, that's going to grow you on some sort of level. And if his star, if his hopes and dreams and wishes do not align with your hopes and dreams and wishes, there's a real need to communicate that. And you know, you have this spiritual strength. You have a lot of majors here on the table. You have the Chariot in the upright. You have the High Priestess. So ask your guides to guide you. And then you have the Three of Pentacles, which is like, you have a soul contract with this person, and you intuitively know this. There's that most spiritual Queen of Wands card. And I do feel that with communication, so what needs to happen here? Detachment needs to happen. With the Nine of Pentacles is Virgo energy, but this is like very free, independent spirit that you possibly once were, and something's been taken in some sort of way that you've lost yourself somewhere. Okay, so I think there's a new opportunity to bring this relationship more into alignment, but it really does come with really communicating to yourself and to each other what needs to happen next. Okay, because you can create this beautiful new beginning with your partner. The crux of this whole reading, the premise of this whole reading, is detachment, especially with the Devil being right in the center here. There's a need to detach, to be independent, to create some sort of independence and freedom for yourself. So there's no codependence, okay? Because the Devil is codependence upon another. So that's your reading. Okay. Let's have a look at Dasha. Dasha, if you're there, anyone is free to donate. It is $5 US. The link is in the description. It is a PayPal link. And if you'd like to donate, you will be next. Dasha, let's have a look at your question. Hi Elaine, how are you? The person on your mind, currently just friends. Thank you, Mega. Let's have a look. The person on Mega's mind, sorry, not Mega, sorry, I apologize. Dasha, currently just friends. What you don't see coming. Next, please, Spirit. The bottom of the deck. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. So there's some sort of emotional decision. It did come out in the reverse, because I just turned the deck around, right? So this is, you know, first of all, you need to think positively. If you really like this person, if you feel there's a future together, right now you feel that it's not going along the right path, that it's not aligned the way you would like it to be. There's a need to be very, look at external factors. She's got a blindfold on, which needs to be removed. She needs to look at things on a practical level, an emotional level, to be able to turn this Chariot in the upright, okay? So put you on the right path with this person, and to think positively, of course. Show me a storyline, please, Spirit. Yeah, things are going super slow. Knight of Pentacles, Taurus energy. This is like, yeah, it's not going the way you want it to. You want a lot more from the relationship, and we have this standstill energy where like something has to change. I think you are thinking positively about it. Like you feel intuitively that this is going to be a successful relationship if it moved to the next level. Yeah, you got the Page of Cups. So you feel on an intuitive level, like I said, like you feel that if you guys got together as a relationship, it would be successful. And you've thought about like, should I like make the first move here, basically? Page of Cups. Should I open my heart, right? You see, you're thinking a lot about that. You're thinking what it would mean for the relationship platonically if you opened your heart. Would it change it? Would you guys just, would he say no, and then you'll be like feeling shame or feeling abandonment or rejection or feeling embarrassed? So you're thinking about like what it would mean to you if you opened your heart, right? The Lovers, Gemini, Pisces, Taurus. Pisces again. What else do we have? Here he is, King of Wands, Sag, Aries, Leo. Doesn't have to be that sign. Could be a moon, rising, north node. What would he do if Dasha opened her heart? Five of Wands, Five of Swords. What would he do? So there's a burden being carried here. This burden by you, you're feeling a certain way. You're battling within yourself. Five of Swords. How do I go about this? Did I just come and blurt this out? And it can be a dogmatic energy. Like it can be like very set in your thinking. Like I want this person. I want this person. I want this person. It's like that type of energy. We'll have a look at how he feels about you in a second. Yeah, so there's a yeah, 10 of Cups. I mean, this person fulfills you in some capacity. Let's have a look at ultimate outcome. Ultimate outcome. I don't feel the decision is going to be made very like soon. I think that you're closing your heart, and I don't think you're really opening it here because there's some emotional confusion. You're really worried about rejection. You're worried like if you make the right decision, you're worried that it's going to confusing you. So what you're doing right now is you're going within. That cup is still closed, but you're going within to figure out like how to sort of tackle this. Okay, how does he feel about you? How does Dasha's person of interest feel about her? Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands. Oh, sorry, Ace of Swords. I don't know why I said Ace of Wands. Ace of Swords, Six of Wands. So this is like mirroring energy. You got that Knight of Pentacles again. I think they also possibly want to communicate with you. They just don't feel it's the right time to do so. The Chariot was in reverse. Okay. How does Dasha's personal interest feel? The Hierophant in reverse, that's a lack of commitment and needing to be more emotionally balanced, needing to be more, maybe they feel they're too young right now for commitment, or maybe they just feel like it will happen in the right timing. There'll be a moment in time. I'm hearing that song by Whitney Houston, Give Me One Moment in Time, when I'm all that I thought I could be, and all of my dreams. So there's like a romance to this, like he wants, I feel that he wants the connection, but he doesn't want the commitment at this time. Trying to get emotionally balanced, trying to, there's possibly a lot of things going on with career, finance, or study at this time. Focusing on money, definitely. Thank you, Elaine. He's mirroring your energy here a little bit, okay? Strength also came out in the reverse. Why is the High Priestess here? King of Pentacles. Taurus energy, really strong Taurus actually here in your reading. Sagittarius, Pisces, they're all majors. So like this is an important relationship. Your relationship with him is super, super important. It really is. But he's very focused on other things. I feel it's not that he doesn't want commitment with you, but he wants to get to a stage, especially financially, where he's able to provide for a girlfriend sort of thing. Okay, sorry about the air quotes, but there's nothing else I can do to explain that. 10 of Cups. So he's very much so mirroring your energy, and we also have the Two of Swords again in his energy. It's your energy. So is this person a twin flame? Show me a Four of Wands or a Six of Cups. You got the Queen of Pentacles. So that's his divine counterpart, Queen and King of Pentacles. There is like a very slow movement forward though on something here, but it could be very possible if that's what you both decide, right? Ace of Cups energy is like a new beginning and an outpouring of love and a communication to each other that you are in love. This is future energy for sure. And then moving forward probably together to see if it's going to work. Then the Star is here. It was in the reverse, but like currently I feel it's not the right time, but it doesn't say it won't be in the future. Okay, so there's like a really strong emphasis there on hang in there, support each other, be friends, and see where it goes. Okay. Hi, Ruby. Elaine, post your first question, lovely. Let me pull an oracle card for you, or two. Show me what I need to see, Spirit, for Elaine in her energy. Thank you for Elaine. I just did a private reading for someone, and like there was so much movement in I was getting like knocks and stuff. It was so good. It was so good. I've actually got to look back at that video and find where all that movement was, because I don't often have that. And we'll see if something like that happens today. I'm going to put these cards aside, Elaine, okay? We'll look at those after we've done your reading. I'm going to just focus on the Rider-Waite deck today. I know many of you understand that, relate to it, like it. 1111 on the screen. Okay. Please post your first question, Elaine. Elaine. True love, you are already on the list, darling. I have a list here, general for Elaine. Let's see what's here. Bottom of the deck, Spirit saying right now, something needs to happen right now. Queen of Cups was in the reverse. So not only are you possibly quite emotionally closed right now, you're protecting your energy and your emotions, okay, till you get more clarity. and then you can have some sort of focus about moving forward. It could also be about a masculine in your life. Could be John, it could be someone else you're connected with, right? Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Spirit's just saying feeling unloved. Sometimes when we feel unloved or we don't feel like there's enough like being given back to us for what we're putting out, we will pull back our energy. That's fine, but remember, allowing to, you know, look after yourself and be gentle and kind and loving to you to you, okay? Okay, let's have a look at another card with this. So there's like a pulling back of energy here. Queen of Wands in the reverse. You feel possibly that someone is not using their intuition or not making the right decisions, and you feel this on an intuitive level. This could also be your energy, where you're feeling that something is very unbalanced, something just feels off, something's not right. It could be that you're connecting, because I know you're an empath and very telepathic, with another person, or this can be you and your own energy. Okay, the Tower, yeah, you're feeling that someone could avoid a Tower, or you're feeling that you need to avoid a Tower yourself. But I like the Tower in reverse because it's like something's going to happen, but you're going to create that change yourself. Like, not that the universe is going to rip out the carpet in front of, like, below you. It's that you're going to create it for yourself. So you know something needs to change in your life. You know that there's a lot of things possibly that are not balanced. You could be dealing with health issues right now. I've just started coughing. You could be feeling like you're coming down with the flu or whatever. Make sure that you're taking your vitamins, having enough rest, drinking enough water, being good to yourself, and honoring your body. That was actually the first card in the oracles. Listen to your body, basically, and your body's messages. That could be like your intuition as well, right? We have the Ace of Cups, but it was in the reverse. So I feel that it's like, okay, well, let's see why you're creating your Tower. You're getting curious about something here. Page of Swords. You're starting to get curious, and it's about another person, because you're looking, I can't bring up all the cards, but you're looking towards this Queen of Wands, knowing this Queen of Wands is possibly a little out of balance. They're not right. Like, you're looking at someone else and going, something's going to happen to them if they don't stop doing A, B, and C, or you're waiting for the other shoe to fall with someone else. I have been talking for 38 minutes non-stop, so sorry. Okay. Eight of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. I think you're putting in the hard work, right? I think that you are really focusing, Elaine, on focusing on something else. It's almost like you're knowing something's going on with someone else. You know that your Spirit's saying this is two things. Okay. You're very, if this is your energy, you're very aware that things are not how they should be in your life right now. But by being aware of it, you're creating your own Tower by change. And also you're focusing your energy on something like work or a project or something completely different. The other scenario here is that I feel that you're looking at someone else's Tower and things falling apart for another, but also knowing yourself that you have to let that Tower fall for that person. Okay. What else do we have? The Sun. Very nice. So only good will come of this, especially if you create your own Tower, because that's a choice, right? It's hard when Spirit creates it for you because it can come out of nowhere. But I feel that this is either you creating something or watching another person create their own Tower. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Then you've got the Knight of Wands. You've got the Ten of Swords. You've got the High Priestess. So there is this very strong, it's almost like you're very acknowledging and aware of your own power on a spiritual level. You're very acknowledging of something coming in, but you can feel it, but you can't touch it, taste it, sense it, like see it yet. And it's going to change a lot of things. It's exciting though. So what is this exciting news? Knight of Cups. I do feel for you it is about love. And you've also got the Eight of Wands with that, which is like incoming information or someone connecting to you online. And you feel this, like you feel this person, but you just can't physically grasp it at this point. And it could be like a long time of no communication with someone, right? And then all of a sudden in they come, okay? Or you also come together with this person. Four of Cups in the reverse is actually good. Four of Cups in the upright is someone being stubborn, boastful, or not accepting support or attention or love from another. And in reverse, it's saying, you know, you're going to know when the right time is to communicate, and this person will open up to you. This person will be emotionally open, and it is a soulmate. So this reading is a lot about another person. And there's the Ace of Cups. So, I mean, this could be a new love. This could be a return of someone else. You've got another Knight at the bottom of the deck. The strongest Knight of communication, the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Cups. So there's definitely love coming in. And I do feel it is a past person. And I do feel that with whatever challenges you've had, like previously, on a literal communication level, you're going to be able to move forward and have like this new soul contract with this person here, where you're able to see things from all sides and talk about a lot of stuff from the past and things that were hidden and bring some things to light. It could happen around the full moon. What's your second question? While I'm waiting for that, we'll have a look at those oracle cards. We've talked about this. I listened to my body with love, okay, and its messages. This is another very, like, this card is a very heart chakra energy, right? Life supports me. So I do feel you are safe, by the way. You are very protected, Elaine, but I do feel that there's like a support coming through from you to another and another to you. I am flexible and flowing, so this is about compromise. And there is plenty for everyone. So if you felt like left out of a situation or someone else has made you feel like that way, there is like a coming together. Let's try a different deck. I was going to use just the Rider-Waite, but I'm going to try these because these really talk to me, these cards. They're beautiful energies. These are the Nicoletta Ceccoli cards, and they're new, and I love these cards. They're a little bit smaller than the Rider-Waite, which are good. They're a little bit easier to shuffle. And as soon as I bought these cards, they really started talking to me. They fly. These cards fly. You'll see what I mean in a second. Okay, there you go. They like to fly right around. They get excited when I pull them out. The spirit loves to work with these cards. Okay, that was a little bit less of a flyer. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords. I mean, we just had that in your general reading. So this definitely could be connected. 1111 on the screen, Elaine, twin flame energy. Okay. So there is an ending of an old way of communicating or not communicating, as the case may be. The Five of Swords is at the bottom in the reverse, and the Judgment card is here. So this is saying it is, oh my goodness, and the Ace of Cups. So you're mirroring each other here. This is saying it is time to sort of like cut all losses. Like, don't be so dogmatic in each other's way of thinking. The Judgment card talks about the rebirth, the time, it's in the upright, and the Ace of Cups is here, right? Which was just in your general. So all these cards were just in your general. Interesting. As was this Ten of Swords, okay? Let's see what's coming towards you. Temperance, very nice. Sagittarius, divine timing is at play. Healing has been happening and is going to continue. Okay. It doesn't really matter which order these are in. Willing to put in the hard work. So when this comes up with the Four of Wands, it's a definite twin flame connection. We'll see what other cards are here because they're not all in the upright. So showing to me just yet. Seven of Pentacles. So there is some sort of like divine timing coming in here where you're possibly going to communicate, shall we like put the effort in. The Seven of Pentacles is a deliberation energy. It's a, you know, this is also a Mercury retrograde card. So this could happen in the next Mercury retrograde, which is in November at some point. I'm not sure of the dates. It is on the post section of my channel. Looking at things from all sides. It's almost like with this card in this deck, I don't really like the spider type of depiction here. It's a bit creepy, right? But you know, if you have 6 and 6 and the 7 is in the middle, that's what that shows me, that compromise. Okay, here. The Three of Pentacles, soul contract. This reminds me of this mushroom card as well. You know, mushrooms can be very poisonous. They can be very dangerous. But they can also be extremely tasty, right? Don't go picking mushrooms and eating them, guys, okay? But they can be very tasty. They can be very nutritious. They've got a lot of vitamin D, a lot of vitamin K, a lot of certain minerals and things that you can't find in other vegetables. There's something here about you having something rare, right? A rare soul contract that can be very delicious. Right, but there is divine timing here. And then we have the Nine of Wands, a sort of defensive energy. We also have the Hierophant in the upright, which is a beautiful little card, this monkey on it. And this is Taurus energy, but this is about like, even though you're both possibly defensive about what happened in the past, and the 9 is the Virgo energy, spending a lot of time on your own or like apart from each other. There's a new sort of like commitment. And this is very mature energy with the Hierophant being here, where you're able to, if you can both do this, face any conflicts from the past. So Knight of Wands, again, actually it's the Page of Wands, but, you know, let's pretend it's the Knight of Wands. It's still an exciting message coming in, which is the same card as you got pretty much in your reading, right? Let's have a look. So, exciting message. Oh, it is the Knight of Wands. Sorry, I apologize. It's the little horse on it. Yes, that is the Knight of Wands. Same card as you had. And the Lovers. And I love this card. But it does come from loving yourself first. You know, in the normal Lovers card, you've got 2 people on. This is 1 person. This is a lot of growth and abundance within oneself before moving forward with another. So Death card is here as well as the 4 of Wands. So this is your twin flame. You know this already, right? You know, when the 8 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands, like I just said, come out together, it is twin flame energy. It's 100% twin flame energy. You got the Lovers, you got the Death card. This relationship has the, what's the word? Potential to transform. I don't feel, and there's a possible reconciliation, but I don't feel that it's the right time. Just because the Temperance came out, right, first, the card that I first put down, and the Ten of Swords has now ended up in reverse. So it's like a certain way of thinking or communicating, or that unblocking energy. It's not right around the corner. It could even happen in the new year, and February, March has just been told to me. So a very possible like reconciliation in the new year. And it doesn't mean to say getting together in a romantic sense either. It can just be unblocking and contact. So the lines of communication are open. Okay. Thank you, Elaine. And Shah, you are next. Shah is next. Let's have a look and see what's here for Shah. Shah, I don't know if you're still online. She may have gone off. I'll give her 30 seconds, and if she's not there, we'll move on to It's Me Again. And just reshuffle that cards. Let's do some Palo Santo. Wait for Shah to come on. Andrea, post your question. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Andrea. Sometimes like these take a long time to light, and it's not damp. It's just, I don't know. I think you have to shave off like the charring for it to really sort of like and blow on it to get that smoke going. Andrea, post your question. Just waiting for Andrea while I'm just in the middle of uploading a video, a private reading that I did, so I won't be a second. I'm good, thank you, Elaine. It's a bit blustery in the UK at the moment. I just had to get some more water. My private video done, it's not uploading, and I just, well, Andrea, just a second. Andrea, who's reviewing? Okay, what is in store for my Leo boyfriend Carlos and me for the weekend? Okay, I won't be a second. I'm just going to try and upload something again because it's taking forever. I'm going to give it another go. Let's have a look. Because I really, you know, when you do something for someone and you really want to get it to them and it is not playing game. All right, let's see if that works this time. Right, let me put that over there. Let's have a look, Andrea, at you and your partner's energy. Thank you, Elaine. Let's have a look, Andrea. What's Andrea's energy with her partner? And you can talk to me about what I'm bringing forward to let me know if it resonates or not. Okay, any more? Thank you. Okay, current energy. Let's have a look. Let's use the Waite Smith deck for your reading, Andrea. And happy Friday evening, Saturday morning to you all. wherever you are, whatever you're doing. If you want to donate, you can be after Andrea. Otherwise, I'll go back to the free list, guys. 1111 for you on the screen as well. This is nice, Andrea. Bottom of the deck, current energy, the Knight of Swords. So there's either some incoming information. There could be something you feel is being hidden or you can't see. There's something that you emotionally feel that you're not quite sure. Your intuition may be feeling off. You've got the Two of Swords. You've got the Knight of Swords. So this is like there's something not coming through on an intuitive level for you. You're not getting all the information. You're not seeing clearly. You're not being... Either you're not using your intuition or you're not being shown, or there's something mysterious. Okay, so let me know if this makes sense. Let's have a look. Now, this can be just you, Andrea, telling yourself something is wrong or something is not being seen. And it's actually, there's nothing wrong and it's an internal fear. Thank you, Stella. You will be next. Let's see what else we have. Eight of Cups, Ace of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, there's a lack of clarity here. There's like you're not being told something, or you feel you're not being told something. You feel some sort of emotional distance, and it could have been lunar eclipse or the solar eclipse at the end of September in Virgo. And like nothing's moving forward the way it to, and you're feeling like something's hidden, or there's just something not right. And you keep telling yourself that you're feeling like this, you intuitively feel like this, but oh no, my intuition must be wrong, everything's fine. It's like you're trying to tell yourself everything's fine, but you know there's an emotional distance here. Eight of Cups. And I don't feel that's your energy. I feel that that's how they're behaving towards you. Okay. What else do we have? This is a burden to you. This is like emotionally, energetically burdening you. What else do we have? Nine of Wands. Yeah, there's like a lack of intimacy or passion, or like the spark is gone. But that doesn't mean the spark is gone. It may just mean that you're moving into a different phase of a relationship. Like we all have levels within the relationship. But there's like definitely emotional disconnect or disappointment, or a feeling, a lack of, or you're feeling that there's a change in your emotions or their emotions, or both. Okay. Yeah, look at this, the moon. Right in the center of your reading. I mean, we're going to get to the bottom of this as much as we can. And you so want to see this, whatever this is. And there's that emotional disappointment again, which is like, I feel like the main energy. And then you've got this setting boundaries. You've got this like being defensive, saying, need to say no, but not necessarily saying no. You just want to be happy, but there's like, I feel this is him being defensive or saying no as before he would have said yes, or said he's setting boundaries and you're not sure how or why. So there's something very mysterious and unseen. So we're going to get to what this is. There's a lack of commitment here. All right, why is he acting this nonchalant way, right? It's like a nonchalant energy. It's like coming in amorous before and then pulling back the energy. And you're like, whoa, what just happened? Like you can't see something. I mean, the moon can be a need for you to look at your shadow energy, but I don't feel this is like that in this reading. I feel it's more like you're frightened in a way that you're not going to get the clarity you need. And it's going to continue on this no movement forward energy, and you're going to continue feeling emotional lack of. What is it? What are his intentions, Spirit? What is this person's intentions? Four of Pentacles in the reverse. That's a let go energy. It's a needing to let go. Or this could be you needing to detach your energy right now, which means not playing games. It means like being free, being independent, being your own woman, being your own person, not being codependent whatsoever. What are his intentions? Ten of Cups. It came out in the reverse. He's not quite sure how he feels emotionally or what that Ten of Cups rainbow means to him. Now, it doesn't mean to say, and I don't want you to have any self-doubt about your own self-worth, but this is about him. He's not sure right now whether he should detach his energy too from you. I'm going to be honest here. So there's a need to there's a going all in that he's done, and then a pulling back because he's realized it's not quite what he's won, or not quite what he's ready for, right? Commitment in the reverse. Family could be involved in something here, but I feel, yeah, Ten of Swords. He's conscious that he's blocking emotion from you. I just want to say this. I mean, look at this. I mean, I know as a reader, this is like, he's conscious that he's not communicating the way he should on an emotional level. And I'm like Libran energy reverse, like this is unjust to you, unfair. But it's maybe how he handles his emotions. I'm getting the chills as well. You're really worried about this. And there's that Seven of Wands, that blocking energy, that like, I wouldn't say it's immaturity. I feel it's part of his growth where he's like, I'm not sure I want this right now. You know what the best thing you could do before, I don't even have to pull any cards out on this to say that you need to detach first. If he's detaching, you detach. Let him see what he's going to be missing. All right. And I know it's the hardest thing to do. But like, say no sometimes. Like, defend yourself. Set your own boundaries, but for yourself. If that makes sense. What's the potential outcome if you do that? Yeah, look at that. Focus on your own dreams. Focus on, like, be very precarious. He's walking on ice here. He's standing on thin ice. And you feel like you're standing on thin ice at the moment, right? You feel that, like, is this going to happen? Is this going to be good? Is he going to commit? Or should I detach a little bit and show him that I am my own person and I don't need to be codependent upon anybody? And that's what Spirit wants you to do right now. And I know it's the hardest thing. Yeah. There's the King of Cups. I mean, this is the potential outcome. If you detach your energy in that way, not playing games, just like, I'm going to spend some time on my own tonight. Or you could start a hobby and start going to doing something that is not completely reliant, or your happiness is reliant upon this person. And then here he is, like, opening up emotionally if you do that. One more card. Ultimate outcome. Oh, now, do you remember when I said I expect to see the Justice in the reverse? So I feel that it's actually come up in the upright now, which is telling me that you can avoid a tower or a complete end in the relationship, but you have to detach your energy. Because if he feels you're reliant upon him or codependent in any way, this relationship could come to a very sudden halt, or a choice would have to be made. And this came out like this. So the best thing you can do right now is detach your energy and let him show what he would be missing if, like, you guys didn't continue forward. Oh, that was quite a heavy reading. Let me just read your cards here. I express my creativity. Yeah, this is about you expressing who you are, what you're passionate about, what like sets you alight, what sets you on fire, what makes you happy. And I think that this is what you need to do for yourself. The point of power, so there's like a power here, like reclaiming your own personal power, Andrea, is in the present moment. So do things always in the present that make you happy. They may not necessarily involve him. And this says, loving others is easy when I love and accept myself. So this is definitely about pulling back your energy, accepting and loving yourself, doing things that make you grow. My heart is open. I allow love to flow freely. I love myself. I love others and others love me. But you still need to detach energy. Okay, let me just say that again. Let's see who's on. Stella, post your question. What do my spirit guides want me to know? Okay. Thank you for your donation, Stella. Let me just check this reading that I'm uploading, this private reading. It just seems to, what is going on? 80%, oh, 87% sending file. Oh, that's good. It's working. Must have needed to work before. Let's have a look, Stella. I hope you're all happy today and feeling grateful and feeling balanced. We do have a full moon coming up on the 6th, 7th of October, depending upon where you are in the world. It is in Aries, so it's important that we be very careful of our point of anger, right? Our pop-off agent. Make sure that we are, you know, balanced and grounded, especially around those dates, so that we're not getting triggered by anything or anyone. Let's have a look and see what is here. That you need to know the most. Let's give those a shuffle again. We've got quite a lot of cards for you that are coming out for your oracle, which is great. We're going to put those aside, do your main reading, and then recap on those at the end. Okay. Didn't mean to throw them there. Okay. Let's have a look and see what's here for you, Stella. And then Elaine, you will be next. If anyone would like to donate, you will be after Elaine. It is $5 US. You can skip the queue in front of everyone else. 10, 11 on the screen, Stella. So endings and getting in alignment is coming through. Endings, but getting in alignment. I'm getting that song. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna the Spice Girls, right? You may like the Spice Girls, but there's something here about knowing what you want, or wanting someone else to tell you what they want out of the relationship. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Swords. Okay, 7 of Swords. Interesting. All right. I mean, this is your energy reading. You really need to be extremely aware of what you're thinking at all times, or the situations that you are in, that you feel like you're stuck, but you're not really stuck. It's all about how you're communicating with yourself. So it's time to be strategic about closing this door. You're not quite willing to end this cycle right now, and we want this in the upright because we want this cycle over to be able to begin anew, right? And it's like you're like, oh, I can't do this, or oh, I want to go for that job, but it's not for me, I'm not going to get it. It's that negative thinking. And Spirit wants you to be very aware on your mind, your thought patterns, behaviors in that sense right now, okay? So then you can have the Fool, which is the card after the World, the first card, right, in the majors. So let's do some storyline here for you. What's going on? Yeah, you're really worried about detaching from an old way of life, an old way of thinking. Your old way of pattern of thinking has to change. You've got the Justice card, the Devil in the reverse, the Nine of Swords. Okay, it's not that these are bad energies at all. It's actually, it's quite comedic in a very respectful way, because it's like maybe you're overthinking, overanalyzing a situation, taking something to another level that it will never get to, like thinking that the worst will happen and that the sky is falling when it actually isn't, and that things are not just and not right and nothing's happening for me. And there's a need to really detach from that way of thinking to turn that Justice card around, right? Because you are worried, but all these majors, sorry, all the minors, the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Swords, now the Nine of Swords that has come out, are all things you can release yourself from and turn it around. So I would say if you are in the same mental habit, mind pattern, way of thinking like you've been in for a while, it's really important to be aware of it. And I think you are aware of it, and to turn it around, okay? Because you can turn it around very easily with these minors being here. And it's all just part of ending a cycle. And it can be sad to end a job, end relationships with people, and you know, even a partnership, or move house, and or have to go to live somewhere else. But there's a requirement here, okay, to do so. Let's have a look and see what else is here. So Knight of Swords, information incoming, possibly in regards to finances, Virgo energy, Capricorn. We've got Libra here as well. We've got 2 Virgo cards as well. What else do we have? And another Virgo card. So what's your association with Virgo? If you want to let me know, you can, if that makes any sense to you. We've got Hermit energy. We've also got the Empress, Libra, Taurus energy, okay? So what are you? You're really, you could be focused on a mother energy as well. You could be a mother yourself. What is this Knight of Swords? There's a new contract. This could be to do with work, or wanting a new job, or wanting to start something where you're going to be able to build again. But I think you already have like a base, and the base could be knowledge, it could be wisdom. It doesn't have to be money, but it can be. There's something to do with the internet here as well, possibly business. They could be applying for a job. I don't think it's to do with love, Stella. All right, I don't think it's to do with love. I think whatever information is coming through, I'm just going to say, if you get your mind right, don't take everything too literal. We do have the Empress. It does talk. This is why I don't do baseline tarot, okay? Because people go, well, I'm not a mother, so the whole reading's not for me. So it's not about that, okay? The Empress is about nurturing. It's about growth. It's about using your intuition. It's about standing on your own 2 feet, as is the Nine of Pentacles and the Hermit card, okay? So information is going to come in that's going to allow you to stand on your own 2 feet, to be able to be comfortable, to be able to grow, to be able to see that growth, to be able to nurture yourself, okay? And there's the new soul contract. So this can be a new job, a new business opportunity. I don't think it's anything to do with romance. I really don't. It's not coming through. But something you're possibly telling yourself you can't do. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. 5 of Swords. And battling this energy within your mind. I can't do this. And my, you know, my financial situation or my job is not going the way I want it to, or something's not working out for me. To release yourself from that mindset will allow this a new opportunity to come in, okay? What else do we have? Yeah, Spirit is trying to help bring this forward. Spirit is really trying to help you with this card, okay? The 3 of Swords. How you talk to yourself, how it affects your emotions, how your emotions affect your mind, okay? So this is a very push and pull with your mental, okay? Which has to change. because there is a soul path here that Spirit is trying to lead you on, and it has a lot to do with career, but you're not doing your healing the way you need to. It needs to change. Your mindset needs to change, or else things are not going to change. And that's the truth. So I feel like I'm reprimanding you here. It probably is the way it also sounds, but there's a need to step back into your spirituality here. Speak to your guides. If there's any emotional confusion, if there's any mental blocks, because whatever you think you can't do, you can. All right, this is what Spirit is bringing forward. Yeah, look at that. The Wheel of Fortune is here, but you need to set some boundaries with yourself and others. All right, there's too much of a blockage energy which can relate to fear. Right? The fear of change, the fear of a new cycle, the fear of you thinking you can't do something, okay? All right, let's have a look at your oracles. We had quite a lot. Every thought I think, I create reality. You know, this is your whole reading. My home is a peaceful haven. So you may find, especially with that Hermit card here, a lot of, sorry, I've been talking for an hour and a half non-stop. That there is like a peaceful haven within your home. I prosper at every turn. I am at peace with my age, if that may mean something to you. Or you're exactly where you need to be, right? At the, you know, in your life journey. However, there is a need here to really know that you can prosper, and that whatever you think is going to create your reality. So just be very aware of that. I release fear. I release doubt. Okay. There is plenty for everyone, including me. 5 of Pentacles energy, that lack of. So there's definitely a need to really do a 180 on your mindset here. I deserve the best and accept the best now. So these are all like self-affirmation. And trust me, this deck isn't all about self-affirmation. Okay. There's a lot of external energy in this deck. My income is constantly increasing. So that, you know, you can have better, you can have more. But then again, Spirit is saying to you here that there's more than enough. It's almost like the buffalo spirit. I got this in the private reading I just did for a client. And like saying the buffalo spirit is your spirit animal. And I want to say that to you right now. So go have a look at your search engine of the buffalo spirit and see what Spirit is trying to bring forward there for you, because there's a lot of messages within that if you haven't find that out. Okay, thank you, Stella. Elaine, post your question. I hope that wasn't too like, I felt like I was the mother then, and possibly like your spiritual mother there for a few moments. Okay, let's have a look and see what's here for you, Elaine. Let's do a storyline for you. All right. If anyone would like to donate, you can do so now. Otherwise, we'll go back to the free list. It's $5 US. The PayPal link is below. Happy Friday night, Saturday morning to you all. Elaine, let's have a look. So you have the unblock card, the blocked card to the unblocked card. I'm not quite sure when that's going to happen, but you will be happy. I do think she will. There's some sort of illumination I feel coming to her. Like there's like a clarity coming in for her that she's going to go, I know who my friends are. I blocked Elaine previously. I shouldn't never have done that. I'm seeing clearly now. It's that type of energy. Yeah, and there's that World Wide Web card. The internet energy, right? The world card. I know that it's not always that what it means, but we're talking about, you know, your question has got a lot to do with social media. This card has got a lot to do with social media, okay? So currently blocked. All right. Currently blocked. Needing to realize the potential of the situation or the relationship with you. All in the upright, please, Spirit. I want to see more clearly here without reversals. Let's have a look. 5 of Pentacles. I mean, that's you feeling left out in the cold. That's her possibly feeling this way. Knowing that something needs to change with the World card being here. And there's that 6 of Cups, that soulmate energy, that new road. What does she want to say when she unblocks? There's the Eight of Wands, another internet card. What does she want to say? What does she want to say? King of Wands. Perhaps she wants to talk to you about a masculine in her life. Perhaps she wants to tell you like how she hasn't had a lot of rest with a particular person. There's been a lot of possible drama with a person. Okay, so there's an external influence here around her at this time. Something that will, you know, possibly be ending, whether it's a relationship or a friendship. And we have a Leo, possible Leo. And how like she's given up on fighting for certain people, but she's letting her guard down with strength in reverse. So there's a vulnerability here, okay? There's a vulnerability here, and she wants the connection, but it's not going to be easy doing because this came out in the reverse. The blockage is quite, the gap is quite hard between you both. Then we got the Tower in the reverse, which is her creating her own tower, and being very open with things she hasn't said, things she has thought but not told you, literal things that have happened that she wants to talk about that you don't know about. And then the Wheel is here. So there is like a slow coming in of this before this burden is unloaded. This is not something that's around the corner. Like I said, it may be the new year or even a few months into the year. She has some deceit around her, I do feel, at this time. Someone could also be after her money, her finances, her abundance, or she puts off such a lot of abundant energy that someone's feeding on that, like an energy vampire. She definitely has a toxic friend or situation around her at this particular time. And then I've just split the deck and I've got the Ace of Wands. So there's like a new growth. There's a possible potential growth for you both, all right? But it has to be in alignment. Like Spirit wants you to get in alignment. You got the Three of Cups. It came out in the reverse. And as I was talking about that situation before, I feel that there's like a contract she's ending with someone else. Yeah, yes, clarification. Thank you. So there's a contract she's ending with either a group of people or a particular person that's going to turn out to be unsuccessful. I didn't want reversals, but as I'm talking about this, Spirit's showing me this is what's happening in her life right now. Now, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. I do feel there's a masculine. It's either an Aries, Sag, or Leo. Very definite fire sign. I mean, I normally don't say that, but it is like really strong fire. Or this is a person who is just very difficult to deal with, okay? And a masculine, possibly a little older. But she's going to be able to let her guard down and be vulnerable and just vulnerable towards you, right? She's going to be able to say, this is the last cycle of my life. I want to start anew, right? And it doesn't mean to say like there'll be anything romantic initially between you guys. It may just be that opening up. Right, Elaine? All right, Shah, if you're there, or it's me again, also Jenna. Shah, it's me again, Jenna. Thank you for your donations, guys. Let me see if the second, thank you, Jamie. Second part of just checking something, guys. Oh, thank goodness. I tried to upload a private reading this morning and it was taking an hour and then it just didn't do it. And it's done it. So yes, I'm going to send that to that lady while I'm waiting for Shah. Thank you, Shah. What can I expect to happen in my love life? I am single. Jenna, you'll be next after. I don't know if it's me again's here. It's me again. Let's see if any. It's me again is there. There won't be a second. Okay. Thanks, Jamie. Okay, let's have a look. After Shah, we have It's Me Again. Shah, thank you, GD. I know you're still there. Thank you guys for waiting. If you want to jump the queue, you can. It's $5 US. PayPal links below. Let's go for it with Shah. Let's see what's going on. Okay. You could be spending quite a bit of time out with friends, or you need to. So one or the other. Like you are or you're not, but you need to. There's some sort of offer, possibly from a person, could be a Leo, coming through. But your friendships are really strong. Now, if they're not, I do feel that you'll be getting Shah like an invigoration of new social engagements, friendships, as the social calendar expands towards the end of the year, right? With Christmas and New Year's and whatever, okay? So if you've been hanging with friends, keep doing it, okay? Because I feel that you're going to meet someone when you're out with friends. Now, it could be intimate. I'm seeing a very phallic energy, like Ace of Wands. It could be very exciting and, what's the word? Alluring, intimate. I'm trying to use words. You know what I mean. Words that YouTube aren't going to go, stop it, stop it, stop it, like they've done in the past. Yeah, look at that. 2 of Cups. So there is a really strong connection coming in. And I don't think it's too far away. Like, it literally feels like a couple of months away. It's not your ex. Please don't say that. It's not your ex, right? But it is time that you started with someone. Hi, Nesta. Hello. Lovely. How are you? Okay, I've put you on the list. Right, it is time. Who is this person? Show me clearly, Spirit, show me clearly who this person is. 7 of Wands in the reverse. Someone you're going to be able to like let in. The 7 of Wands in the upright is like blocking someone. This is like letting someone in. You could even exchange social media content. This is definitely when you're out and about and having fun. Page of Wands could even be on a journey, okay, or traveling somewhere. What else, Spirit? Yeah, it's time, right? It's nearly aligned. 2 paths need to align to be able to come together in the right time. At the right time. Yeah, and Spirit is leading this connection. So it's definitely divinely guided with the Judgment and the Chariot. It's going to happen when you're out. I told you I saw the Ace of Wands. He's holding this wand. I'm not going to go into that. You can use your imagination. Okay. Let's see who this person is. Can you show clearly, please, Spirit? 9 of Wands, 9 of Cups. Sorry. You're going to be very actually satisfied. And this person is going to make you feel important. Or you're going to be, okay, I'm hearing like you're going to be the most important person in the room. Okay. Important person in the room. The most important person in the room. Right, show me more. This is a storyline, we'll see. This could be someone who comes in and you're like playing hard to get, or you're busy with friends. There's something that's like, it's not that it won't happen on that particular night, it's just that you're committed to friends or something. Okay, so it's like you exchange possible numbers or social media, and then you can get in touch like at a later date. Okay, so that may be a disappointment to them, but it's like loyal on your part. So if you're out with friends and they ask you to go out somewhere else, which means would you have to leave your friends, you're going to say no to that. Would that make sense? It's like you put them first. There they are, King of Wands. So this is a Leo energy, but it's also Aries, Sag, North Node, Rising, etc. And then there's the opportunity. What else do we have? Hi, Alyssa. How are you? Yeah, here he is, King of Wands. Now, don't think about the Leo. We don't want to invite any like old energy back in. Okay, this is new. You got the social media presence there, right? And it wants to come out. So that's just clarifying what I just said, but that's just showing your independence, your freedom, your loyalty to your friends. There's something here about, oh, I wish you could come to this club, and you're like, I can't, I promised my friends I'm going to go here, and he's like, yeah, I promised my friends I'm going to go there, and it's like, well, here's my number and whatever. Okay, so there's a bit of confusion. Does that make sense? But intuitively, you know that it's the right person, or the person. You're going to know, you're going to know when this person comes in. They could be dark-skinned too. That's coming through very clearly. Okay. This person's possibly currently going through some sort of heartbreak, release, transformation, separation. Okay. That's what they're going through. Show me a potential outcome. King of Swords. So you're going to be very determined here. Oh, successful, getting to know each other as friends and more. All right. He's holding that wand again. Right. We're not going to go there. And the Lover's at the bottom of the deck. So the potential outcome is a relationship. It's not showing like Hierophant energy or Four of Wands or Six of Cups even, but it is showing a getting to know me, getting to know everything about me energy. The Lovers is there. All right. Couple more cards. Don't act too hard to get those, Shah. Couple more cards. And there's the Hierophant. Wow. So that's sort of like Spirit saying, hold on a minute. This could turn into a commitment. The Sun is on the split. The Emperor is also there, Aries energy. But it doesn't, you know, it's not an X. Okay, I just want to say that. So this has the potential to have a commitment, okay? And it won't happen immediately because we have the Page of Pentacles. So there's that getting to know you and everything about you energy, which is really nice. The Sun's in the middle of the reading. I don't see any problems with this. So yeah, email me when you meet him. Let me know it's happened. Okay. Let's see who is next. We have, it's me again. I won't be on for too much longer, guys. Maybe 30 minutes more. It does sound like a husband. Steady on, girl. I am not on donations, Lord. You are third in the list, Lord. Okay. What are the Scorpio's intentions? Okay. Scorpio's intentions for It's Me Again. Hi, Mimi. Thank you. I will quickly do It's Me Again's reading. I don't like to start in someone's energy and then dismiss it. So you will text Mimi. Thank you. Okay. I wasn't going to come on, and I'm glad I did, because like I've had so many people on today. It's awesome. Right, now let's have a look. Intentions for the Scorpio towards It's Me Again. Mimi, get your question ready. Make sure it's a good one. The Strength card, Leo. Scorpio is their sign, but you have Leo energy here. You have the 8 symbol. They could even speak another language or a second language, I'm hearing, just because I wanted to start talking Indonesian then and I stopped myself. So they could have another language, okay, or be culturally different to you, race or culture. The Judgment energy. So like, it's definitely time they either want to talk to you about like their past, or they want to talk to you about how they've had to be strong in their life. So there's like a progression in the relationship. When you meet, it's like getting to know each other, and then there's lust, and well, I think the first thing would be lust, wouldn't it? And then it's getting to know each other. So there's a progression in the relationship. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. Three of Cups. This is nice. So this is like getting to know each other, friends, family, going out, celebration. This is moving things forward. Perhaps he's wanting to invite you somewhere as well. What's the intentions of the Scorpio? Show me their energy. Scorpio energy. There's a little emotional confusion, either from you or from him about communication. So you may not be communicating, or he may not be exactly how you're feeling, or on an emotional level, or he's not like letting you know that. Okay, so there's a guarded energy, a little, you know, there. Okay, what else do we have? Page of Pentacles. They definitely want to get to know you more. They want to share more with you. They want to experience getting together with others. It tells a lot about a person, on how they treat their friends, or their, you know, family members and things like that. Okay, but Page of Pentacles is definitely a wanting to learn more, get to know you more. Okay, yeah, curiosity. There is a lack of emotional maturity though, I just want to say, because like I don't feel this person is ready for a full-blown relationship here. And that is possibly making you anxious in some sort of way at a mental level, so you're not opening your heart, but there's a curiosity here. So like, if you're not in contact and you're worried about it, I do feel that you will be in contact. And say this person has blocked you, I do feel that there's an unblocking energy, but there is like an emotional disconnect. Right, let's have a look and see. There's your emotional disconnect. It's coming from you as well. It's like, well, if you're not willing to open your heart, I'm not willing to open mine. There's an immaturity. Now, without being condescending, that has just like shown up, which is 3 pages in a row. This person's not ready for a relationship. Okay. And you're possibly not either. There is an age thing here where you're still young, okay, as well, possibly, or just not ready. Like it's in its infancy. The relationship could be very much so in its infancy as well. All right, what else do we have here? Yeah, this just keeps showing. Look at this. Like, this is just clarity for you that like there is, you're not willing to reach out on a level at this stage. I feel that this person wants to get to know more about you. I don't see it ending up being in the near future like a full-blown relationship or anything like that. It could even be a friendship. Let me just have a look and see what the ultimate potential outcome is. Jenna, post your question. Oh, sorry, Mimi, post your question. Okay, potential outcome. The Chariot in the upright. 6 of Swords. There's some sort of movement forward with this. Yeah, there's another page. I think that's the page we didn't have. We've had all 4 pages now. Distance could definitely be here. All right. Page of Wands and the Chariot is about distance as well, like literal distance. And again, that page, that non-starter, that like only interested in even intimacy. Something is a burden. Okay. It would have to really, I feel, either be a friendship, or you guys would really have to open up emotionally and communicate with each other. Like, yeah, look at that Queen of Swords. How this was going to move forward. Okay. Because there's a block here, and I don't know what it is. You know what the block is, okay? Jenna, it's Mimi's turn first. She did donate. Mimi, post your question. Thank you for waiting. Jenna, you are after Mimi, unless somebody else donates. Want to know anything coming between me and Brian? No contact for a time. Everything ended and I moved on. Right. You know, as we all know, everything happens for a reason. Well, not everything, but when it comes to soulmates and companions, friendships, whatever, decisions, it does. So let's see what's here for Jenna. Spirit, bring forth messages for Jenna. This is very, 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 oh my goodness, can't even shuffle these. Very strong, stuck energy here. In your energy here, there's a refusal, a denial to move forward, to move on. Let me know if this is resonating anytime I'm doing your reading. Really stuck energy. Unstick this energy. Thank you, Spirit. Please unstick this energy. Thank you. Thank you. Show me what I need to see. Show me what Jenna needs to see. No, sorry, Mimi. Sorry, apologise. Okay. I think that's enough. We'll look at those towards the end. Let's have a look. We need to have a look at the storyline here. Okay. Past, present, future. Past, present, future, potential outcome. Past, present, future, potential outcome. Show me the cards I need to see, please. Show us what we need to see. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Wands in the reverse. So there's this blocked energy here. There's this, like, even social media, being blocked on social media, not having contact with each other whatsoever, literally blocking phone numbers, things like that. Okay, the Devil is here, Capricorn. Okay, now this is like what you need to know the most, I would say, this detachment and this soul contract, the detachment from the soul contract, even though they were soulmates. This is a karmic. Okay, this is definitely a karmic. Okay, let's have a look and see. What else do we need to see? Queen of Cups. I feel this is definitely your energy here, and like what Spirit is advising you to do. There's a need to open your heart and your emotions, and yeah, there is a lot of healing that has been done already and that is possibly still be required. The way you talk to yourself is really affecting your emotions. How you're feeling at an emotional level is affecting your mental. There's a closed energy. It's like very closed to romance, love. This person was a karmic. They had a soul contract with you, and you know it is over. Yeah, and you're very guarded about joining or starting something, right? What's his intentions? What does he want? Please read the disclaimer, Mimi, in the description box. It is there for everybody to read, okay? His intentions, Knight of Swords in the reverse. So he's not intending to contact. There's no intent to contact. 8 of Pentacles at the bottom, focusing on possibly a new relationship. Okay, what is he focusing on if he's not contacting you? Yeah, he's focusing on a relationship. Now, I don't know how long it is since you've been around or contacted this person. This is probably not something you want to hear. Knight of Swords, the Lovers. So there's a choice he's possibly needing to make. I don't feel that there's a lot of emotional stability with this person, though, right? Temperance in the reverse. And definitely not a lot of emotional maturity in regards to what he wants. Yeah, there's a lack of strength. And it's not the right time. So, you know, as far as there's a lot of success that you have when it comes to your own energy. You got the Hermit, that's you, just like mulling over, looking at like, what are my dreams? What are my goals? Where do I move next? Where do I move forward? Six of Wands, success. Ace of Pentacles, a new doorway opening up, possibly in career and moving forward mentally from this Three of Swords in the future. So I don't think he's intending, although I think he will come back in the distant future. Let me just say that. But you're not going to be interested by the time that happens, because you've got the Page of Swords, Knight of Wands coming in, all curious, probably seeing you be very successful on something you're creating, something you're doing, sitting in your Nine of Pentacles energy, and then in he comes and you're like, I've moved on already. What will happen when that happens? Yeah. I think you're going to meet someone else, to be honest, and I think you're going to be very aware of who that is when they come in. There is a lot of decisions you need to be making at this stage. You need to start dropping things that are not priority, focusing on your career, your finances, your stability. This was a karmic. It's a very clear karmic to me, and probably to a lot of others out there that can see these cards, that know how to read. Okay, definite karmic here. Okay. All right, let's look at your oracles. So these are the affirmations Spirit wants you to tell yourself. Okay, I love life, and there's a lot of growth here, potential for you. You've got this, I love my body. So there could be some sort of self-confidence issues, but also a sunflower. So there's something about growth here within yourself, your health, emotional, spiritual, physical, possibly mental. I can release the past. There you go. And forgive everyone for it, including yourself. I listen to my body's messages. So there's a couple of cards about health here. It doesn't have to be physical. It can be other stuff too. Life is simple and easy. I feel that's what you're moving into. I experience love wherever I go. That's the new connection that's possibly coming in. I am willing to change. So there is, you know, healing still requiring some changes. I deserve the best, accept the best now. That's the mantra that I think that you need to tell yourself the most. I deserve the best and accept the best. Okay? Especially regards to love. Right? Thank you, Jamie. All right, Jenna, post your question. I hope that made sense, Mimi. I will be leaving the feed in about 10 minutes. So I'm sorry if I didn't get you all. I will try and come on over the next couple of days. Jenna. Okay, let's have a look. What's next for me in love? 10 minutes, guys. I've been on for nearly 2 hours now. It's enough for me already, okay? I'm going to go for a walk in the blustery weather. I need some fresh air. All right. I'm going to take the cards that I need, or I feel that I need, all right, in this situation. And this can be related to love, social, friendships, career, whatever's going on in your life, all right? Use the Nicoletta Ceccoli cards as well. Let's have a look and see. What's next? I'll take another couple of people, probably Lord and GD, and that's going to be it. Unless you donate, I will honour the donations, but otherwise I will be going shortly. Get ready with your question after Jenna. Jenna, what's next in love for Jenna? What's next in love? Past, present, future. Show me the cards I need to see. Spirit's saying they're ready. Okay. Soul connections. Or you haven't met it yet, because this came out in the reverse. There's a King of Swords. The Aquarius. Okay. Don't speak too soon. That's what Spirit just said. So just don't expect that this Aquarian is not meant to be in your life, if this makes sense. Okay. So you've got an old crush, you're still talking daily, but something could come from it because we have the Two of Cups with the Aquarian. And we have a strong soul connection with the Aquarian. And there is a very strong feeling here of support from the Aquarian, because the first card here in your oracles is life supports you, but it's the heart chakra, and it is talking about this person I do feel, right? Life created me to be fulfilled. I trust life, and life is there every moment I turn. I am safe. So this is like you're being led on some sort of path. And it is about the Aquarian. How interesting. All right. Let's clarify with Nicoletta Ceccoli. I want you to meditate on this situation, because I feel that I want to see what the Aquarian actually has intentions towards you. Jenna. Right, let's have a look. You have the Page of Swords. So there's a curious energy in his intentions. He's curious. I think he's holding, it feels like he's holding his heart, like something's changing within, and now he's curious. You guys could have gone through, not together, but necessarily he's gone through heartbreak, he's discussed with you. You could have gone through heartbreak that you discussed with him. There's a definite warmth, I want to say, in your connection. There's also a successful friendship in this connection, all right? Thank you, Stutty, but you are way down the list. You can donate. Anyone who's like, I've got 30 people on my list, so if you want to donate, you can. Otherwise, you'll have to catch me next time. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands can be defensive. It can also be like, I'm not ready yet. Like, don't push me. Don't force me. I'll put my wall up. So this could be his energy. This could just be a friendship, you know. It doesn't have to be romantic, but you're very satisfied and happy with your friendship. One more card, and then we'll refocus on your relationship in the future with love. You've got the King of Wands. So it's not the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. He could be the Aquarius could be very focused on his career, his work, being successful. Yeah. But he's definitely part of your soul path, and that's the truth. The Ace of Swords. Like, there is, like, whether this friendship may last for a very long time, it's definitely not open to love at the moment. And if it is just a friendship, I feel that this person is a very important person in your life, this Zach person. Okay, let's just have a look at some more. Okay. Okay, can we just have a minute? Let's have a look and see. Yeah, no, I think there's a letting go of that, but I do see the friendship blossoming into a beautiful friendship. So meditate on that. This just come out again, okay? You need to pray on that and ask Spirit, what's coming for Jenna in the future? Judgment. In the future, other energy, please. So there's definitely a person coming in here, but it comes with you changing a certain pattern, behavior, habit in regards to your lifestyle, I want to say. I don't know what that makes sense to you. You don't have to say anything, but there's something here about needing to change something up, possibly focusing on health as well. But there's a letting go of something that has to happen before your person comes in. Okay. Knight of Wands. And you know, that could even support you with this. You got the Six of Pentacles all in the upright place for it. So there is an equal energy, an exciting energy. Could be fire sign. Fire signs are pretty exciting, but you also have Aquarius again. Okay, let me continue with this, because yeah, the Hermit, Virgo straight away. So Virgo, Aquarius, Cancer, no, yeah, here he is, King of Pentacles. It doesn't have to be an earth sign. Someone who's very focused on their work, their career, probably very stable, solid, already has their good job, their own business, you know, lots of, you know, finances, possibly. Also the Towers here, it's in the reverse, which is Scorpio energy. Okay, let's have a look. What else? Temperance, someone who's very emotionally ready for something serious. Judgment is like it will be time, but there's something you have to end first. I want you to really think about that. It doesn't have to be a person. I mean, it just needs to be like a certain habit, behavior. So look back on your reading. Okay. Let's have a look and see. Okay. Yeah, and now you have another king. Really strong Sagittarius energy. You also have Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. You have another Aries energy here as well. You have Leo as well. So there is some sort of travel here with the sun. You know, you just told me that you're going to travel. Like if you want a personal reading, there's a lot going on here. If you want a private reading, you can contact me. We can arrange a private reading for you at some point in the near future. There is a very strong travel energy, but it doesn't mean to say you're meeting someone on your travels. This is the divorce, the Hierophant in the reverse. Yeah, and you know, there could be children involved. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here, Jenna. And for you, I see dating. But I also see you focusing on a lot of other things. There's a lot in the pie here. There's a lot going on. You've got friendship, you've got dating, you've got focusing on yourself, you've got divorce going on, you've got travel going on. There's a lot going on, and I'm not sure that you're not biting off more than you can chew at the moment. Okay. Yeah, if you want to pay for a private reading, you can have a private reading, but they're like, yeah, I'll send you an email if you want to ask me about my fees. There's a lot going on here. You need to like, I think you need to get a pad and a pen out and start like writing some stuff down. What's priority and what's not, and get, yeah, look at that. The person with the pen, with the sword, is also the pen. This is getting determined, serious, more focused on what you should be doing, or what you should be making priority. And there is Mercury retrograde in November, so that's the perfect time to refocus, regroup, reassess things. I'm not sure romance should be on the highlight of your agenda, to be honest. At this point, there's just a lot going on. All right, let's see what else we have here. I am open and receptive to new avenues of income, so perhaps you need to be focused on your career more so, and home more so than romance right now. And, you know, your friendship with Zach is important. I feel there's a lot of support surrounding you in regards to him. Everything I touch is a success. So there's something here about your career. There's something here about your security. Yes, I see dating. I don't see anyone like solid though. Like I definitely see too much going on in your life, and you need to, you know, you need to start dropping some stuff that you don't need to do, right? Thank you. Lord, post your question. I'm on here for another 10 minutes. I'll take Lord and GD, unless someone wants to donate. That will be it for today, guys. Sorry if I missed you. I cannot get through the whole list unless I do an Eddie and stay on here for like hours and hours, which is not going to happen, okay? All right. Thank you, GD. I'm not sure if Lord is there anymore. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for being here. As always, we've had a good live. I might have to get some flowers today. They're dying. Look at those poor sad flowers. They're sad. I think I might buy some yellow and white ones. That would be nice. What do you reckon, Mum?
Well, don't you get any at the moment? You're going to London.
Yeah, but you can enjoy them.
I'll buy the next one.
I love it here too. Jenna, my email is in the description box this, okay? It's on all the descriptions of all my readings, okay? So all the live reading, every single reading that I put out in every description is my email. Okay, let's have a look and see. GD. After passing my board exams, I plan to... Very good. Congratulations, by the way. Were you in the top 10? Is that what you were asking the other day? I plan to apply next week and my alma mater. What type of job will I end up? I can't give you a specific job. I'm not a predictive reader in that sense. Okay, let's have a look and see what's here for you. As in a storyline, let's see what's here. GD, you are on. GD, let's have a look and see. Okay, so there's a little confusion. I think there's like a lot of communication. Oh, I'm getting really strong downloads in my left ear, which usually happens in my right. And I saw the Knight of Swords. So what I want you to do is pray on this. Pray for communication. Pray for... excuse me, can you do that in... Hold on. You can't... Sorry about that. Oh, my mom is just, she's like 87 and she starts video calling someone and wanting to talk to them when I'm on live. Just, oh my God, she said that she didn't mind and it's all about control, I'm telling you. See, I've got to set my boundaries. It's like, what the hell are you doing? My God. All right, let's start again. Congratulations that you passed and it's an amazing effort. I'm really proud of you, okay? And you should be proud of yourself. Let's have a look at some oracles. Oracles. Whoa, there's a flyer and a lot of information coming straight out. So such a good job. Right, so the first card, that card really flew. I have the perfect living space. Interesting. So sometimes things come out, you know, you want to know about your career and the job you're looking at. Maybe you need to start looking at your environment you're in, like where you live, who you live with, is it the right place? Maybe you're going to be moving and moving closer to a particular area where work is. And then the point of power, this says, all right, is always in the present moment. Right, so this is about decisions. Those two trees and that road is a point now if you need to start making some choices, possibly where you live, possibly like what sort of career path you want, what sort of job you want to do. And like, it's important to sit in this present moment and really enjoy your success. Okay, really nice. Okay. My healing is in progress. So there's something that I think that's a separate message. I see my parents as tiny children who need love. That's my crazy mother that just decided to go on a video call, right, when I'm in the middle of a live. So I don't get that, but I've told her to leave the room and she has done. Okay, but maybe there's something about your parents here, GD. Maybe you're struggling with some sort of power issues or some sort of healing in regards to parents. All right, maybe your parents or one of them has passed. That's not a prediction at all. I'm just saying, you know, this could be your situation. Life supports me. Just know that whatever choice you're making in your career, especially, or where you live, there is success. You're going to get support. Okay, and everything I touch is a success. So that is your mantra for October through to December. Everything I touch is a success. And I actually do feel there's a relocation for you. I really, really do. All right, let's have a look and see what's here. Storyline in regards to work. I don't think you're just going to take anything that's on offer. I think that you've done a lot of hard work and you want to honor and respect that by choosing something that's going to align with you, that you're going to love and that you're going to be passionate about, okay? The Lovers in the reverse. just clarifying what I said. You're not just going to take any connection in any job, or, you know, there's something that possibly may be offered that is also not for you. Okay. Let's have a look to see what else. But it doesn't mean to say you have to take it. You need to go for what you really want. That is not the road. There's something you're going to be offered that is no intuitively. This is not meant for me. It's possibly a test for your self-worth. Okay. So Spirit may put something in front of you and say, we're going to test you here. We're going to offer you this lower rate pay, lower base job, whatever. And you're going to say, no, I deserve better than that. Okay. GD. So there's a detachment from something that is not going to be good for you, and more of a attachment to something that is. Okay. Let's have a look and see. Yeah, so this is just clarifying. It's very strong. It's coming out very strong. Also, there could be a female in your life as well that like opens up to you a bit more on an emotional level, or even says they're proud of you, or throws a surprise party, or like celebration for you, and that could be a surprise too. I don't know, that's quite strong. So that could be coming through here, and you could be surprised at this. Three of Wands is definitely moving forward. I do see a change of location for you. Okay, I do. Now, it might not happen, March is coming through here, but it may not happen like overnight, but I do see that you possibly be moving from where you live. Okay. Five of Pentacles. I don't think everyone's going to be happy with your decisions, especially if you're moving out of a home, or if you're in a shared house and then they've got to find someone else to rent that room, or you move out of a family home and they're like, oh, but you're leaving us. We loved taking your energy before, but now you're leaving us. What are we going to do? Okay, it's that type of energy. You need to do what you need to do. So you're going to have to defend yourself or your right to something here. And I feel it's more than the job. I feel it's more like a family situation. It's something that's going to allow you to expand. Spirit just said expansion and abundance, and like it's going to allow you, and I got the chills, like a new lease of life, right? So you're going to be like, sorry, not sorry type of energy. That came out in the reverse. Like they're showing me like a fledgling leaving the nest. So you could be literally leaving a family home, but this is like you need to do this for yourself, right? And you need to do this for abundance, for how you see it. And it's a burden actually to be where you are. I don't know where you're living, if you're living with family or not, but it's a burden. It's like a mother hen. So you could be with your mother, right? Yeah, look at that. And there's the devil. It's like you need to detach from some sort of energy. And you need to put yourself first, and the candle just like dimmed and lit up again. So it's like someone's dimming your light, okay? Or something, yeah. And there could also be a masculine involved. It could be parents, okay? That is not part of your soul path. This came out in the reverse. And I think as soon as you leave this environment, so it's time to start getting curious, Page of Swords type of energy, about putting yourself first. And about like thinking about the possibilities. Nine of Cups, as far as your career is concerned, there will be offers. You will be conflicted because one may be in a different state. One may be where you live and you want to leave where you are. So there's a big change coming in regards to career. But you're creating this yourself. This has come out numerous times in reverse today. You're creating your own tower. In regards to career, movement, moving home, you're signing a new contract, right? There's a signing of a new contract for work that you are going to create. You've created it. You've experienced all this, I mean, hard work and labor and stress and anxiety, and finally you've like succeeded, and you need to, the Empress, put yourself first, but please have some rest first of all. Okay, There's a need for you to really rest. This could be physically rest, and that's the truth. Like, this took a lot of mental toll, passing this exam. Okay, show me the future for work and what it's going to bring. There it is, the Hierophant. No, it's not. Oh my God, I literally just saw the Hierophant, but it's the Two of Wands. This is a decision you're going to have to make. This is a decision, like, what is the rest of the world like? He's looking at one side of the world, and that's the truth. Again, a lot more clarity coming in. You will find something online. Let me just bend down and get this card. You will also travel. This is moving away. This is movement. Okay. The Justice card in the upright, possible legal company. I don't know if you're like, there could even be some sort of legal paperwork or something, but you're not going to take. Spirit is warning you, do not take the first thing that is offered to you, okay? You're going to do a lot of hard work. You're going to be hard at work. You're going to be loving what you do. You're going to be very focused on what you do, and you're going to have clarity on what it means moving forward. Also, wow, look at this. This is the last reading for today. GD, this is just beautiful. You've got the Hierophant and the Ten of Pentacles. And you know, that's what we want to see. That's like the ultimate outcome, or the potential outcome for you. But there's a few things to go through before it gets to this point, right? Because there is a lot of releasing. I feel there's a releasing of where you live. There's a release of some sort of mother energy or even father energy. There's some sort of like self-confidence that you need to embrace to move forward. And there's like that devil energy. There is a detachment required, right? Only you know what that is, right? That was today's live. I'm going to go and find something to eat. Go for a walk. It's very blustery and cold. I'm going to brave it though, because I really need to blow some cobwebs away. It's been an amazing live today. Thank you guys so much for being on and being here. I will be on probably tomorrow, but I'm not going to promise. Okay, I can't promise because I'm traveling, and I'm going to stay with a friend tonight. So I'm looking forward to that, but I'm not sure if I'll be sort of like in the right environment to do a reading or not, but we'll see. Thank you so much. If anyone wants a private reading, please contact me. I am available for private reads. I will be able to get it to you within 24 hours. And I'll see you guys as soon as I can. Okay, bye-bye. Love you lots. Bye, Jamie.